to reality, guys. Today we are doing something really cool from the game Morrowind, if you guys have ever played or heard of that. So, if you don't know what it is, it's an RPG, you know, kind of like if you played Skyrim, it's a lot like that. I believe it's an older version, or like an older, version franchise part. It's like part 3 of the series, Skyrim's part 5. Oh, I don't know, don't judge me, don't judge me. Um, so what we have here, we have the boots of blinding speed from that game. And if you don't know what these are, and you can't guess, pretty simple. It's just, there's these boots that will give you speed, insane amounts of speed. You can run so fast, like a black person on steroids. But the only downside is you will be blind. So, yeah, what you're going to have to do with these, these are good for if you're, like, doing adventure maps, you want to give the players some kind of speed, but not too OP. So I will just go ahead and put these on right now. And this is about 100 blocks, if you want proof. Look at my coordinates, 990. So I will just run across this. And looks like we're getting a little bit of stop. Yeah, there's the problem with these where you will kind of get that little stop occasionally. And I'm not entirely sure where that is. I think it's a problem with some of the redstone. Just, it can't update fast enough. Just not possible because you're running so fast. But anyways, you see we are now at 890. That was a couple of seconds. Let's go ahead and run back. And, you know, as you see, we were able to do it without a stop. So, yeah, I think it just depends on your environment. It usually works fairly good, most of the time. But, like I said, there are ways to kind of fix it. And, oh my gosh, I have to take these off. So, yeah, I will kind of go ahead and show you guys the basics of how these work. So, I mean, you know, first thing you're going to want to do when you get the schematic, push this button. It's going to give you a redstone block. It's going to set the block right here to a redstone block to get this clock started. Dang it, what did I break? Just a second, guys. Let me come back here. And put you back in your place. This is actually the first thing that I was going to get into. So, I mean, what this is going to do, it's going to create, I guess you don't even need you. It's going to create an objective called Bob's Run, which is stat.sprint 1 centimeter. And create an objective called Bob's, which is just boosted blinding speed, which is just a dummy objective. So, the first thing it's going to constantly do is set all scores player of Bob's to 0. So, if I set the objective here, you can see sidebar Bob's. You see it's always 0 for me. But the second I put the boots on, it becomes 1. Now, what it's doing, it's saying set everyone's score of Bob's to 1 if in their inventory, slot 100 boot slot, they have chainmail boots, and their name is Boots of Blinding Speed. So, you know, you see I take them off, it becomes 0 again. I put them back on, it becomes 1. So that is how that all works. You know, this is just a field clock. And then over here, what this is doing, yes, I already explained that. So, yeah, then the same thing it's doing here. So that's how it determines if it's on or on. What it's doing here, it's saying all the players who score Bob's in at least 1 set it back to 0. I don't even think this is necessary for it to work. So yeah, it's just constantly also setting the score of Bob's run back to 0. So, you know, if I set that into the objective slot right there, see, every time I run it starts going up, but you'll see it kind of gets jammed a little at like 28 or something. And it'll kind of stay jammed until I stop running or I jump or something. Which is kind of why it gets jammed a little, because the redstone, it kind of like starts messing up and it's like, I can't reset fast enough. So, it's a little bit weird with the timing. I did my best, and this timing, it probably gave me the best result with it. I'm not sure, but this just seemed to work the best with this little field clock as such. And then what it's going to do, it's saying everyone who scored Bob's is at least 1, so if they're wearing the boots, and if their score Bob's run is at least 1, so if they're running, give them blindness for 2 seconds. So I'll put these on. See, we get the blindness for 2 seconds. Now, the reason it has to be for 2 seconds instead of just 1 is because if it's for 1 second, you're only going to get this like sort of gray mist around you. So, I mean, I guess if you want to do that, that's cool. If you're doing, you know, type of an adventure map, you want it to be more like that. But I prefer 2 because you do get the full blindness effect. And, you know, it's doing the same thing here. If they have the score and they're running, give them speed, 25 for 1 second. So if you want it to be faster or slower, you can just control that here. Now, like I said, you know, there is sometimes problems with like the running thing. That's usually when I'm next to blocks. If I'm running out here in the open, yeah, I'm usually fine. So it's only really if you're next to blocks. It can sometimes be a little bit weird with resetting your run score. Where are you? Yeah, you can run pretty far. So actually, I will turn off the turn off the blindness here just so you guys can see how fast that I'm actually running. And as you see, I'm running fairly quickly. So, yeah. And, oh, I've hit 1,000,000. Not bad. So anyways, that's how that all works. And, yeah, like I said, though, there is a problem where you're standing next to blocks. Occasionally it will be like, whoa, and your running will be a little bit weird. Not too big of a deal, and there is a fix for that if it's very, very important to you that it works perfectly when you're next to walls and stuff. Really simple. All you gotta do, just take out this part. Just cut out that they have to be running. So let me get you down here as well. Cut you out. There you go. So you see, we're wearing the boots, and you know, now it's just saying if they're wearing the boots, do this stuff to them. So no matter what we're doing, if we have the boots, we will always get the speed and the blindness. So if we take off the boots, we'll lose that, right? Regular, but the second we put the boots on, regardless of whether we're running or not, we can even be like shifting here. Yeah, you can even be, oh, you can shift over things when you're fast. But yeah, so even if you're like holding the shift button down, you know, you will not, you will still get the speed and all that effects because it's just giving it to you no matter what if you're wearing the boots. So either way, you know, if you want it when you're wearing the boots, or if you don't want it when you're wearing the boots, I will, you know, go ahead and copy this over there, and then just make it either one. So you guys can, I'll leave this in the description for you guys to download, and you know, I'll leave you guys either one depending on which one you want to play with. But yeah, it's really easy. Just make sure to leave it in the spawn chunks, or like stay close to it, because it will kind of like despawn, or chunks will unload as you get away from them. And that's not going to be any good because, you know, it can like jam and things like that, as well as just it won't work if it's not rendered. So that's all I really have for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you have any suggestions or comments, anything you guys want to see me try out next, make sure to leave a comment, and I will try that as soon as I possibly can. Is all I have. I will talk to you guys later, and that's all I got. Thanks for watching.